Now then, welcome to Huson DIY. My name's Ben. In this video we're checking out the Rokid AR Glasses. Okay, we've covered another Rokid product before, which was the Rokid Max, I think it was called, which was the AR kind of glasses with a screen underneath the actual glass itself, a kind of screen in front of your eyes. This is the next level up from there massively. This has got a screen built into the actual glass, more or less. The way it works anyway, it appears like there's a screen built into the glass, the way it's projecting things into the glass to make it look like things are in front of your eyes. So, in this video we're going to unbox the glasses here on the table, check them out, see what the style's like. As you can see, I've got my Ray-Ban Metas on at the moment. They're my kind of standard normal glasses I've got, so we'll do some comparisons between them in terms of the look, the feel, the size as well. Size is a massive thing with glasses. You know, the right fit and size is really important if you're a glasses wearer and wearing them all day, day in, day out. So that's a massive thing for me on these. The Ray-Ban Metas have been really, really good glasses so far. The thing that lets them down is battery life. Really lets them down with battery life. And they don't have the screen technology built into these ones. Obviously, the new Meta displays, that's got that built in. So we can't really do a side-by-side comparison there. But I've got a good amount of working knowledge with these glasses to do some kind of comparison with kind of the microphone, the speakers, the camera, the overall kind of usability of the glasses. The battery life is obviously really important, and as I mentioned before, the kind of wearability, usability, and the comfort of them is really, really key. So let's stop talking, let's get inside this box and check them out. Just a couple of things before we do that though. I'll just put them out of the way, my normal glasses and my Ray-Bans. These are from a Kickstarter project basically, so Rokid have done a lot from a worldwide kind of customer base. They've done a lot on Kickstarter. They've got more things local to in China, etc., where they'll release glasses a little bit more easily in their own market, but from a European, worldwide perspective, they've done Kickstarter projects, Kickstarter campaigns, and then sold glasses after. These have come straight from a Kickstarter campaign. So I've got the glasses included, I've got the prescription lenses included as well. So on the back of there, I'll get close-ups of all this by the way, but on the back of there you can see I'm Ben Huson back at 162 on there. Let's just pause there for a second, let me get things set up with a camera above as well, and then we'll get unboxing, have a look at these. This video won't be too much of an in-depth guide, more of a first impressions, try them on, get things set up, see how they are, kind of, you know, that kind of initial kind of review to start with, and then I will be doing a follow-up on these definitely, because I think it's really important if you are looking at buying these, the kind of long-term usage of them is really important. If you're going to invest your money in something like this, and you do wear glasses, and you know how important it is with glasses, it needs to be the right product for you. And how the prescription lenses deal with the actual glasses, how they work again, interchangeability, taking them off and then putting them back on again, cleaning them, stuff like that, we'll cover in a further video. So, I'll stop rambling, let's get inside these boxes. Okay, so here we go. So we've got the overhead camera as well, just to get some better close-ups, hopefully, fingers crossed. So, nice packaging. See the actual styling of the actual glasses with the actual kind of silver embossment, something like that, in the actual box there. Looks smart. There's some information on the back of there. It does say made for iPhone. They are compatible with Android phones. I think they put the made for iPhone symbol on the back of there just to show it's fully compatible with the iOS iPhone ecosystem. You don't need to do that for Android, but they are fully compatible, as far as I'm aware anyway, with Android, which we will see because I'm a Samsung Android user. So that's the box for the glasses, prescription lenses there. What I'll do, let me get into this one first because this was half open when I received it, which is a little bit of feedback for Rokid. The box was kind of, the tape wasn't secured and it was open and the lenses had moved. Luckily, I think they're not scratched, but hopefully you can see the actual prescription lenses in there, and it's a magnetized magnetic system where these will stick inside the glasses, which will come to very soon. But as you can see, my prescription, fingers crossed, is bang on those lenses. So pop them to one side for now and get over to the main event, which is the glasses. So the thing I'm concerned or worried, or you know, a little bit worried about anyway, is the style of them. So style of glasses, if you're a glasses wearer, you'll know if you jump from one to another, takes a little bit of getting used to. People like look at you like you've got something wrong with you when you've got a new pair of glasses sometimes. And some styles just don't suit people. So these may not suit me. They are kind of similar-ish to the standard ones I wear, but they are different. They're definitely different. So, box itself, looking really nice, nice packaging. Leave nobody behind on there. And we've got a simple tear open. And then they open really nicely in here. So we've got the case here, which is just a standard kind of travel case. There is a charging case which I don't have. I didn't get that as part of the Kickstarter. I've just got this standard case, and there will be a charging cable in here to charge the glasses. The beauty of the Ray-Ban Metas, you can charge inside the case, and there's no extra charge for that actually, and it's really, really good. It's stylish. It's got that original look of the Ray-Bans, and you can charge in it, and it's really good at charging too. So yeah, just one little point there. So they're the glasses in there, fingers crossed anyway. And then in here, we've got some different nose pads. So these have got rubberized nose pads rather than a built-in plastic on the frame. There's a nose element that you need to adjust slightly. So we've got some different ones there. Okay, so this side we have got the charging cable. So it's a proprietary charging cable. I think this actually is, I think there's another cable in here possibly, but this is a USB-C female port. So you can plug your own cable into there. And then we've got like a 3-pin thing on there for the glasses. I think there's something else in here. Okay, no, there's not. So that is the charging cable, I think. Glasses are in there. There might be a charging cable there. I'm not sure. That might be the only charging cable then. In here, we have got the user manual. User manual, safety and warranty, as you would expect really. Nice, simple box. Pop that to one side. Now, let's take a look at the actual glasses. So, as I mentioned, simple case. Let's open this up. Immediately, they're really light. You wouldn't tell the difference between a normal pair of glasses, which is a really good sign. So that's my initial immediate thoughts on the weight of them. And there we go. So, comparing them to my glasses straight away, they're actually wider than my glasses, but they're a little bit kind of narrower, thinner almost. And in certain lights, I can see that technology built into the actual glass as well. So that's quite interesting straight away. So what we'll do, let me just try them on, and we will see what they look like. So as I mentioned, the lenses are separate, so I need to magnetize them in. So we'll see what these are like. So I won't be able to see with these on, but let's try them on anyway. There we go. So straight away, nice and comfy, nice and light on the face. The nose pads don't feel too bad. I can't see myself even in my self view on my camera there, so I've no idea what I look like at the moment. I might look like a total idiot, but I kind of look a little bit of an idiot in them anyway, so we'll see. So, they're the glasses, straight out of the box. As I mentioned, the case, I did think the case went flat, or was that the Meta display case that goes flat? Oh no, it does. Does it? Oh, it does go flat, yeah. Nice and flat, you can put it in your pocket, put it in your bag, rather than have a bulky case. I'm not sure if the Meta display one does do that. I'm sure I've seen a video of it doing that. Anyway, that's the case. Really easy to use. Different looking design as well. Quite cool. No kind of little sleeve or anything for the actual charging cable to go in. So you have to be careful not to lose that, because that is a proprietary cable. So yeah, I'll make sure I won't lose that. So they're the glasses. I think the next steps are I'm going to put in the prescription lenses. I'll read through the user manual, and then we'll get things set up in the actual application and see how they work. I'll get the screen working because I can't wait to see that. One of the things I've seen online with the kind of Rokid community and different people online is other people looking at you with your glasses on, being able to see the kind of projection into the glass, the kind of green projection. So I'll try and get some good footage on this. If I've got a bright light over there just to my left, if I kind of move my head, I can see almost some like blue filtering. So I don't know if on the camera it's picking that up, but I can see some kind of blue light just if I move my head side to side. Nothing major. It is a really bright light, to be fair, so it's not a massive thing, but I can see that straight away. So, 1 second, I'll be back. We'll get the prescription lenses installed inside here. I'll try and get that close-up view of it doing that, and then we'll actually get things set up in the application. Okay, so here we go. I've got the glasses, I've got the prescription lenses. Let me just see if I can get a decent enough close-up of this. So as I look at the box, I'm assuming that's the right-hand side. I'm just going to try and just fit these in and see what happens. That's slotted in nicely. So it's just magnetised in. Seems to be fairly strong in there. We'll get the other one. And dropped that in there. They just seem to drop in quite nicely. So I'm going to try them on now, and I might better see things. Okay, so they got my prescription right anyway, so I can definitely see. Prescription's looking good. Close up, far away. So yeah, there we go. Prescription fitted. I don't know if you can see any difference in there, but that's fitted now. I guess from a kind of side angle, your lenses are going to look a little bit thicker because you've got the lenses sat in there, which for me, I'm not particularly bothered about, but some people I know do go for the kind of ultra thin lenses in glasses, but I've never really done that. I've not got a super crazy prescription or anything. But yeah, that's the prescription I can now see, which is great. So what we'll do is I probably need to charge these up first, actually get a good charge into them. I don't want to kind of ruin the battery before we're even started, but hopefully that kind of gives you a good idea of what the glasses look like straight out of the box. I want to pop these onto charge now with this single charging cable that came with it. I'm sure I'd seen somewhere else or another video or another review where you got another cable with it. There's definitely nothing else in the box. Oh, there's a cleaning cloth there, but that is it from a cable perspective. So that's a little bit worrying, only because that could be quite easy to lose. We'll see. Could you keep it in there with the glasses? You probably could. It is quite thin, quite small, so you could probably do that. As I mentioned, cleaning cloth as well, which will pop in there. So I'll stop talking again. We'll get some charge into these. The charge is done, I assume. I thought it was on the back of one. Oh, there it is, yeah. So just on the back of there, there's the charging port, charging kind of connection. Let me just show you that before we go and charge it. So we should be able to just drop this on like that. Magnetizers on, plug it in, charge up, charge the battery inside of these. So yeah, other than that for now, let's go get some charge in these. From a build perspective, really, really good. I'll cover my kind of final thoughts at the end, but the hinges seem pretty strong. There's a little bit of movement in them. The nose pads, again, seem pretty decent. As I mentioned, they are a little bit of a thinner frame, kind of compared even to the Meta Ray-Bans. Not that much kind of thinner. When I say thinner, I mean like narrow, with like the kind of height of them, the height of the glasses. I do have quite a big head, so we'll see if I do look a bit of an idiot. But yeah, nothing really changed there anyway. So we're back soon anyway, charged up, ready to give these a go. Okay, slightly different location now, just at the kitchen table. So I've got the Rokid glasses here, I've got the charging cable, I've got my mobile phone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to record my mobile phone and go through the actual Hi Rokid application just to show you that kind of setup process. But first of all, I've got the glasses. I'm going to use this battery charger here, so it's just a battery pack, standard battery pack. I'm going to plug that into the actual cable that comes with it, and I'm going to plug that into the glasses. So just onto the back of the glasses there, and hopefully we are now charging. So we've got a white light that just lit up there, just to indicate it's charging, and that's the same white light that should light up when you take pictures or videos on these glasses too, just to let other people know that you actually are recording, which is cool. So let me get the Hi Rokid application up and running. So first of all, let me just record my actual screen. So recording the screen, there are different Rokid applications. There are two, I believe. I just got some sound out of them. So it's asking me to open the Rokid app for pairing. So let's do this now. Let's show you what's going on. Okay, let me just sign up for an account. I don't think I've actually done this before, so let me just sign this up. I'll speed through it. Okay, just a little bit of confusion. I did have an account already, which you just probably saw on there. So I'm going to bind the glasses, so hopefully you can see that on there still. So I'm going to press bind glasses. Follow the steps below. Make sure the glasses are powered on your phone's Bluetooth is enabled. If not, fold the glasses arms. Tap the search button below. Found them straight away, super quick, as you'd expect from kind of Bluetooth. So I'll pair them in. So I need to put on the glasses now. So I wasn't expecting to do this, but let's do it. I'll just have to hold the battery pack up for now. I'll unplug it for now. Okay. So I've got the green floating screen in front of me now. It says to wake up the AI assistant, say hi Rokid. So as you can see on the guide, it's asking me to just go through a few things. Let me take a picture. Record a video. So I'm going to press and hold it. So now recording, and in front of me as well, I've got the battery percentage, the time, and also the actual recording going up. So it's just ticking up now. So I will add this recording if I can, which I should be able to, into this actual video just to show you that. So I'm gonna press it again. So video recording done. So So we've touched the touchpad once. Okay, we won't do the music part for now. Let's just skip through there. Just got the call scenarios, just the commands. Let's go through that. Let's skip the AI assistant. We've got that completed. And now we've got a detection of some new firmware on there. So let me just press that. As you can see on there, if you didn't know, or you may know this already, but the glasses do run on the operating system, a Rokid operating system called Yoda OS. Yoda OS Sprite is actually running on these ones. So let me start that update. I'll put them on to charge, because it just says that in the application. Okay, so they're charging now. Let's press got it. Let's start the update. So this obviously is asking us now to connect it to the Wi-Fi network, which I will do. So I'll just connect it to one of my home Wi-Fi networks. And now we are updating. So I'll pause there for a moment. I'll just pause there while it updates. I won't obviously record the glasses updating. I'll see how long it takes. So we're at 20:38 now. We're back when it finishes and I'll let you know how long it takes. Okay, so we're recording the screen, as you can see, hopefully over somewhere over here. It's done it. It took around, well, it's in progress still, but it took around that first bit. It's now 20:47, so it took 9 minutes. It did actually say in the app it would take around 10 minutes and use around 20% of the actual battery as well, which was quite interesting, I actually think. So we're just kind of waiting now for this to reboot probably and reconnect back in the application. Fingers crossed. There we go, we're connected. So we've got 73% battery and we are connected. Wants access to my contacts, go for it. So that's them charging now. Let's go through some of the settings in the actual application first of all before we try these on fully and give them a full go. So go to the home. Got some different settings. This is my first time using this as well. I've not even looked at it. So this is my first time going through this. So we've got tips. We won't do that at the moment. Import prompter content to your glasses for the teleprompter. Now, I like the sound of that. That could be quite cool. Maybe for filming videos as well. I could put a prompter on there and import it. We'll see what that's like. Maybe do a bit of a test video on that at some point. Translation. May have some settings in there. Yeah, we have, but we'll go through them at some point as well. Navigation. I assume this is Rokid's own kind of navigation application. Again, we'll try that out. Recording, so we can record, and we've got recording and AI transcription, sorry. So that could be cool if you're doing kind of maybe meetings, for example. Anything really, I guess, a meeting, an interview, or just taking notes yourself. You can transcribe it, pretty cool, like that. It's built into the application. Manage your notifications. So notifications when you receive messages, so we'll leave that connected for now. We might have to find, actually some more popped up there. So you can enable per application what messages you want on there. So for example, you could go down to WhatsApp, enable WhatsApp notifications, which could be a bad idea, but anyway. So user guide, got customizable glasses and button interactions. All right, so you can change what things do on the actual glasses when you press them. And the tutorial, which we won't go through. So gallery, no pictures taken yet. In fact, we took one photo and one video actually, didn't we? So we'll see what they look like on the screen. So picture quality, it's quite a low light in here at the moment. Looks fairly decent, I'd say. Video. Can hear the audio coming through the glasses. Video quality seems fine, but again, we'll go into further testing with this at some point. That's that. We've then got account management, just probably the usual stuff. Yeah, password, etc. App information. Go back to home. I do want to change the name of my glasses, so can I go into settings? Also, we've got even more settings here for the actual glasses. So sound mode, rhythm or podcast, device name, more information there. There's tons in there. Wear detection, which is quite good. So when you put them on, it knows you put them on and activates them, so you can turn that on and off. Screen off time. That's good. That's obviously saving the battery life by turning the screen off in the glasses. Developer setting there, so I think there's a special cable you can get for these that you'd need for the actual glasses for enabling kind of developer debugging access. So that's that. There we go. So this is what we're looking for actually. So we've got photo aspect ratio settings. So one of the things of the meta, of the original Ray-Ban metas anyway that I've got, is when you take a picture, they're in vertical format, they can't go kind of horizontal. So with this, you can go landscape. So we've got different options there for doing different things, different styles of photos. You can do different for video, different for photos. So there's tons of settings in there to tweak it, which is really good. I didn't realize it was an option. But we've got 4K, 3:4 ratio, 4K, 9:16, and then 3K, 4:3. I guess it's probably cropping in the actual photo more than anything. So it's probably not true landscape. It's just the way it's cropping in, which is why it's reducing it down to 3K. You can have the watermark on it, you can have it off, or you can have the different styles, which again is quite cool. Auto horizon calibration, so if you kind of got your head tilted slightly, it'll probably calibrate and kind of level up your photo. After taking a photo, you can immediately view the composition on the glasses. So obviously these haven't got a proper built-in kind of colour display as such, but there must be a way where you can review the glasses on the screen. So I'll leave that on for now. We'll see what it looks like. And then we've got the video parameter settings. So again, we can change things around from a video perspective, all those different settings. 2.5K 4:3 is what we're getting for the landscape mode for video, sorry. So that's that. And again, we've got the video watermark feature. So I like that. As you will see here as well, we've got the base model for the GPT elements. So we've got ChatGPT by default, no other settings available at the moment by the looks of it. So that is that. Let's come back out of here. Device name. I'm not sure if you can rename the device name actually. I'm not sure. We'll have a look at that at some point. So it gives you an idea of the actual menus within the actual application. Gallery, home, me, AI assistant. I guess this is just showing you what you're doing on the glasses once you're wearing them. So what we'll do next, we'll get the glasses on. I'll talk through them. Obviously it's going to be hard to kind of record anything through the glasses. So I'll just do a couple of tests with the AI. Just to show that working the best I possibly can, and we'll just kind of summarize things at the end. So it's really difficult with things like this, kind of demonstrating it truly. You need to use them to kind of understand how they work. But I'll give them a go. I'll show a little bit of what's going on, and then I'll summarize at the end the kind of first impressions of the glasses, as I mentioned, and then we'll do a deeper dive into the glasses, into the settings in a future video. So just give me a second, and we'll get these set up, and I'll get the glasses on and see what footage we can actually get. Okay, so we're recording the phone app as well, which I'll pop again over here. Let's put the glasses on and see what happens now. So, glasses are on. I've got a menu system in front of me now, and it says to wake up the AI assistant, please say, hi, Rokid. That was too much of a pause between them. Hi, Rokid. It's not detected at the moment. Hi, Rokid. What time is it? So I get a display in front of my eyes. I'm not sure if you're picking up that kind of green across my eyes. You might be able to see that actually. As I move there, I can see something on the actual view there. So that might be the actual screen kind of showing, and that's now gone off. Oh no, actually, I don't think it was. I think that's just a general reflection across the glasses. So I'll see in edit if that is showing it. Obviously, you'll be able to see that now if you're viewing it. So I'll do it again. So, hi, Rokid. I think it's the pronunciation I don't think it's picking up. Hi, Rokid. Hi, Rokid. Can you help me with anything tonight?
Absolutely. I'm here to help with whatever you need tonight. Whether you have questions, need recommendations, want to learn something new, or just feel like chatting, I'm all ears. What's on your mind, or what would you like to do?
Can you tell me a little bit about the, so it's not conversational, so I'm going to say go again. So, hi Rokid. Can you tell me a little bit about the Rokid AI glasses? Okay, so as you can see on the phone screen, I'm seeing what's on the phone screen directly in front of me. So I've got a floating green window, quite large as well, I would say. So it's kind of, yeah, large, right in front of my eyes. Probably feels like a couple of meters away, I would say, like a big screen in front of me. We've got the time, we've got the battery percentage, and we've got the kind of weather at the moment on there as well. So I don't think I can continue the conversation. I think I have to go, hi Rokid. Are you still there? Okay, so there we go. So a little bit of interaction there with the actual AI assistant. And the voice itself, ideally I would change. I'm not sure if we can. We'll have a bit of a dig around in the settings for that as well. I'm not sure if you are picking up. There definitely is reflection in the glasses. I can see the screen reflecting back, but I don't know if you're picking up the actual screen element in them. I'm not sure. I'll check in edit, but yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So initially, first impressions in terms of the actual interaction. Obviously, picking up my pronunciation of Rokid. I'm not sure if that was me or whether that is an issue with the glasses. I'm not sure. But in terms of the actual transcription or picking up of my actual words, understanding what I'm saying, it's actually quite good. It's picking out word for word exactly what I said. The audio back out of these, firing into the ears, again, really, really good. Very comparable to the actual Ray-Ban Metas, to be honest with you. No real significant difference there, just from that first couple of times of trying it. In terms of comfort, seems pretty comfortable so far. There's nothing digging in. The nose pads seem comfy. As I mentioned, they are narrower compared to other glasses I've worn, but no problems whatsoever. I am getting a little bit of a reflection of the Christmas tree lights. You can just see there behind me in the glasses, but I'm not sure if I get them in my normal glasses. I do a little bit, just on the edges a little bit. It's just a very similar thing. So yeah, that's that. So what I think I'm going to do next, I'm going to get a little bit more footage of the glasses. I'll get some close-ups of them compared to my normal glasses and the Ray-Ban Metas, just to give you an idea of what they look like side by side. I'll get some better kind of photos and videos from the glasses as well, just to show some real life footage from them as well, just to give you more of an idea of what that looks like. And then we'll just do a bit of a summary at the end, just my kind of initial thoughts, first impressions, pros, cons, and anything else I can think of. So we're back soon. Close-ups, usage, summary. See you in a minute. Okay, but just before we do that, I just want to confirm a couple of things in the application over there. I mentioned that the continuous conversation, you can just enable that. That is in the settings, really easy to do. And we've got sound setting of female voice or male voice. That's the only thing you can change at the moment. So whether they'll add different voices in there, ideally, probably from a kind of European perspective, you maybe would prefer a European accent for when speaking English. That's obviously a personal preference, but I think a few more choices in there would be really good, even if it was kind of like British English or British male, British female, I don't know, Australian female, I don't know. Anyway, more settings, the better, I think, in there. That'll be good. So that was that. I just wanted to mention that just in case I forgot to mention it towards the end of the video. So I will be back in a minute with some footage and some follow-up. This is an outdoor, no light conditions, dark night, recording, getting into the car, squashed in, looking at Matilda, test recording Matilda. Okay, now we are screen recording, I think. So we're screen recording at the moment, obviously recording via the camera possibly. Yep, and I think we're doing an on display screen recording at the same time as well. So I think what we'll do, that's enough there just to show that our full stop of things. Okay, so I've been using the glasses now for about a week, and in this first video I want to do a kind of a summary, my first impressions and some initial pros and cons. So first of all, we'll cover the actual glasses themselves and kind of what's included with what I've got. So as I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, this is a Kickstarter, or was a Kickstarter kind of project, and I did pledge it on Kickstarter for the Pioneer level thing, I think it was. So obviously got the glasses, the prescription lenses, this charging cable, and this standard non-charging case. So initial impressions of the glasses and what's included, it's a good package overall. What would be good out of the box was maybe a couple of different cable options. So rather than just a single one with kind of the USB-C female to the actual adapter, maybe a full cable. That would be good. I think there is a developer cable you can get that's got more pins on and you can do more things with it. Not necessarily that one included, but maybe a bit of a stronger, bigger cable as a secondary kind of spare as well, because I'm really worried about losing that, which I won't because I'll keep it in the case, but that's that. Obviously the case, I like the case design. Compared to the Ray-Ban, obviously it's very different, quite unique in that triangular design, but good how it opens up and folds down as well, which is good. Protects the glasses really well. It's not flicked open or anything, the magnet's nice and strong on there, so no complaints with the case itself. And as I mentioned a couple of times, I've obviously got the prescription lens inserts, which came with the package I got. Obviously they were extra, they're not included, you have to pay extra for them. The inserts are good in terms of the usability. We'll cover that in a moment, but there are probably a couple of pros and a couple of cons on them as well. So second thing I want to cover is comfort. So second thing I want to cover is actually comfort of the glasses. Now compared to my normal glasses, my normal spectacles and the Ray-Ban Metas, I would say they're not as comfortable. Certainly not as comfortable as my normal glasses, which you would kind of expect because these have got less weight and they are just glasses, that's it. But they are less comfy, I would say. And then compared to the Ray-Ban Metas, again, I would say these are more comfortable. Now, I think what it is for me is the actual nose part. So you've got the actual nose elements there that sit on the nose. On my normal glasses and the Metas, it's just built into the frame. And I think that matches with the size of my head, the size of my nose, that they just feel more comfortable. I do feel a little bit of pressure on the nose where the pads are. It's not much of a problem. After 1-2 hours wearing them, you kind of can feel it a little bit. Secondly as well, comfort-wise, it does pinch a little bit at the back of my head, but again, that could just be my head and the size of my head, and it would be adjustable as well. You could get that adjusted. But out of the box, in terms of comfort, I would say they're not the comfiest glasses I have, but that could be due to the size and the shape of my face and my head. So, usability. So there's a few things I want to cover here. The first thing is the actual prescription lenses inside the glasses. Now, the fitting of them, really easy to do. They slot in, there's a magnet, they don't come off. They've never come off for me, so that's absolutely fine. The only thing with them, they kind of cause a kind of level of reflection within the glasses, I think. I've tried to work it out by not wearing them and just using the glasses, but they kind of in certain light create like a reflection. Whether it's light getting in between them or reflecting off them, I'm not so sure. There is a little bit of reflection generally with the glasses, you can see inside anyway, but it is more prevalent with the prescription lenses in. I think it would be a better experience if you wore contact lenses, for example, and didn't have to rely on the actual lens inserts. It's not the worst thing ever, but you can kind of feel it and tell you've got prescription inserts in there, if that makes sense, compared to the Metas, which has got it built into the actual glasses, into the actual normal glass itself. You can kind of feel that you've got prescription lens inserts in there. You can also just see there's two little kind of where the magnets stick on. You can actually see them. It's out the cornea periphery vision. You can just see the little divots, just the two little circles if you do look up. Again, these aren't massive issues, but in terms of long term and then kind of long usage of the glasses, I think it could be a problem. So I'm going to try it with contact lenses and maybe cover that in a separate video, but I just wanted to point that out in terms of that usability with the prescription lens inserts. Next up on usability is the actual use of the glasses, the ecosystem. I've so far been super impressed and works really, really well. The only thing for me has been is the wake word, so that the high Rokid, that they didn't work. So I think it's my accent, I'm not so sure, but it doesn't do it every time. Sometimes you've got to try it a few times. I've also tried it with some family members that are also northern, and it's got the same issue. So I'll try it again. Hi Rokid. That worked that time. So we got it come through there, absolutely fine. So it does just a couple of times. Whether it is actually a fault with them, it could just be a fault, and it's not my accent, but I think, giving it the benefit of the doubt, it is just my accent that it's not picking up perfectly. But then the actual functionality inside the glasses, the screen that comes up inside the glasses, works really, really well. Really impressed with the actual technology, the actual core function of the glasses is really, really good. Really impressed with the text, the clarity, the speed of it as well is really good. So the AI built into there, the ChatGPT, again, is really fast, really zippy. The actual voice that comes through, you can choose from male or female. Now, there are probably some changes they can make there in terms of giving more voices, because I think we do need to give some more kind of British accent, American accent, kind of different options in there with the different languages, for example. I guess that could come with time in software. So that's just one thing I've just noticed with it. The actual voice, the accent is probably not the preferred one I would have at the moment anyway. The thing I was impressed with the most, and I think a few people have mentioned this on other videos, is the teleprompter. The teleprompter is really, really good. So when you're reading out what's on the screen, it's really good, it's smart, you talk through it, it knows what you've said, so then it moves down the teleprompter. I can see some really great use in these glasses, but also other glasses on the market as well for teleprompter. As the technology becomes even better, I can see that being a really, really well-used function and feature on these glasses. Playing music through them is really, really good. It fires audio obviously down into the ears, which is great, nice and clear. In terms of the sound quality, it's not the most amazing quality, but it's certainly usable in terms of listening to all music, maybe podcasts, maybe also audiobooks as well, that could be used. Perfect for that kind of thing. Obviously, you're not going to wear these for high quality audio listening, but it certainly does the job, and it does the job really well. The camera as well, which I'm recording at the moment, I'll try and drop this into the footage. The camera quality, overall, decent, I would say. It's not the best camera quality you'd see on like a top-end, high-end kind of smartphone, but in terms of the video quality, especially compared to the Metas, it's on a par with that, I would say, in terms of the quality. And then the actual usability of the video after, and also images, is really good as well. So I'd say, again, you probably won't use this for high-end, kind of really, really good photography or videography kind of purposes, but for general kind of videos, taking pictures of your friends and family, kind of vlogging type stuff, I think they're absolutely perfect for that. And also the variation you can choose within the application for going vertical and also horizontal, changing that within the app, again, is a great feature, which is also lacking on this. It is doing probably some cropping in there, but having the actual availability of the feature is a bonus and something I wanted to call out, because that, for me, from the Metas, is a little bit of a pain when I want to get some kind of horizontal footage rather than vertical. It's great that the option's just there anyway. Battery life has been great. So I've been using these over the Christmas period, trying them out with friends and family, showing them off to people so they can give them a go. I've had no issues with battery life really. It's lasted for over a few days, and I've been charging them with the cable included. So no problems there whatsoever. If you are using these tons over and over for video, obviously the actual battery life is going to be lowered and lowered. But just for general usage, it's been absolutely perfect, no problems whatsoever. Over time, obviously, we'll have to see the battery life might degrade. And obviously, if you are using them, as I mentioned, for more intense videoing, then obviously the battery life will be reduced. But so far, so good on the battery. So, closing comments really on the actual Rokid AI smart glasses. As a concept, as the actual technology that's built into them, I think it's really, really smart. Really, really good idea in terms of the screens built into them. Obviously, got the screen per eye as well, which I didn't mention, but so you can see in some lights and some kind of directions, you can see the green element on it if you are looking at someone. So if that's an issue for you, that's just something to point out. You can also see if it's quite dark, the actual green shining back onto people's eyes. Again, for me, not a massive issue, but if that is an issue for you, you don't want people to see that, and obviously you just got to be wary of that. But overall, in terms of the technology, kind of a first step into the market for Rokid on this, I think it's super, super smart, to be fair. Where this technology is going to go is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Obviously, the Meta display, the Meta Smart Display glasses are out there now, and the technology is only going to get better and better. It's really, really exciting to see what this product set is going to bring in the future. For me, though, I think I'm not going to probably use them day in, day out. The actual prescription lens insert issue, I think is an issue for me wearing these daily. It feels like you're wearing the prescription lens inserts, as I mentioned before, which for me is a little bit of a shame. And you can also see them as well. So in terms of the kind of daily glasses, I will still be using my normal glasses. Pretty similar with the Meta Ray-Bans, to be fair. With the Meta Ray-Bans, because they've got the transition lens that I actually included in these that I bought, I do tend to use these more when it's sunny and when I'm using them outdoor as a sunglasses kind of option. I don't tend to use these anyway on a daily basis. I think in terms of the general population, in terms of the public, in terms of the actual cameras built into it, there's still a little bit of an issue with it, I would say. I think if people seeing you with the glasses on your face, with a camera built in, for example, it's a little bit kind of sketchy at the moment, still, I would say. But for occasions where I need them, outdoor, taking videos, taking photos, I definitely wear these. For these, Again, it might be for certain situations, maybe when I specifically need them, for example, maybe recording videos with a teleprompter function in there, or maybe when I'm at home chilling and just want to kind of mess about with the AI features built in, I probably will use them. But they certainly are a conversation starter. I use these over Christmas quite a lot, showing friends and family what the function does, how it works, and people are amazed with the actual displays built in. It is super, super smart. So final words on the first impressions of these: super smart technology, super smart product, amazing first generation product with the screens built in. Couple of issues with the prescription lens inserts, comfort kind of on those nose pads, but that's a personal thing I think for my head and nose. But overall, super smart pair of glasses. If you are looking to jump into the market in these type of glasses, it's a great starter product in terms of getting some smart glasses with the screens built in. It's just exciting to see what will come in this product set in the future. So hopefully you've liked the video, or you've at least found it informative. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up. If not for any reason, give it a thumbs down, give it a dislike, but let me know in the comment section why. Any questions about the glasses, anything I've not covered, anything you want me to cover in a future kind of video that I'll be doing a follow-up on, drop that in the comment section. I will reply to all questions and comments. And if you want to follow the Huson DIY channel for more product reviews, tech reviews, DIY projects, and much, much more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.